everyone, so today I thought I'd make a video about how my cleft has changed over the years. Obviously, when you have a cleft, it does tend to change quite a lot. So when you're first born, obviously it's all wide open, and then as you have more and more surgery, it starts to close and it starts to look different. Depending on the cleft, it will look more or less different. Because mine was a bilateral cleft, my nose has changed over the years and my lip, so I just thought it'd be interesting to see how it's changed over the years and how much it's changed each time. So when I was a baby, my cleft was obviously wide open, because obviously when you're born with a cleft it means there are gaps either in the lip or the palate or both. I had gaps in my lip and in my palate. As you'll notice on the picture, I also had a feeding tube. Well, I think it was a feeding tube, it could have been oxygen, and that was because it's really hard to feed when you have a cleft, so obviously that's why that's there. But yeah, so obviously it started off really wide open. That is before any surgery and any treatment. Then after my first operation, which was just to close all the gaps basically, you could start to see that I actually had a lip and I actually had a nose. Before it was really hard to actually see. But as you'll see on the picture, this is taken quite soon after my first surgery, and I think I had that when I was just a few months old. So as you'll see on the picture, there is, a bit of blood and stitches and everything like that. That's because I'd literally only just had the operation. But if you can see, it has actually started to look a lot more like an actual lip and an actual nose. I find that actually when I was a baby, it was after my first surgery, it was kind of hard to tell that I actually had a cleft, because I was so small, and all babies look different anyway. And as you can see in this picture, I am smiling and I don't think you can really tell that much that I have a cleft. So in this next picture, you can see that it almost looks like my top lip is stuck out really far, and that's because all the gums on the top, it was kind of in 3 parts instead of 1, and this was the case up until I was about 8 or 9, before I had my bone graft surgery, which is when they put some hip bone into my mouth to make it all sort of one gum. So in this picture, this really shows what it was like before I had that surgery, because it almost looks like it is sticking out really far. Along with my teeth at the front, I had actually quite a few of my teeth removed after that, but as you can see on this picture, I still have those 3 teeth at the front, and it almost looks like my gum is sticking out really far. So this is actually a picture of me on my first day at school. As you can see, the gum that looked like it was sticking out really far before doesn't look as bad now. Obviously, after that surgery it looked even better, but it doesn't look as bad as I have grown up. So in this picture, I think by this time I would have had my first part of the bone graft done already, so that would mean that one side of the gum was attached, so now it was in 2 parts and not 3. So the bone graft has to happen in 2 parts. They can't do it all in one operation because it'd be too big. So I think this picture was probably taken between the 2 operations that I had, and I think they were probably about 6 months apart or something like that. But yeah, in this picture it's really hard to tell that my gum is sticking out quite far. Although that was quite a few years ago, I haven't really got more pictures to show how it changed, because after that bone graft surgery it hasn't changed that much, because I would say that was my last really big operation that would make things change. So yeah, it hasn't actually changed that much since then. So I hope you found it interesting looking at how my cleft has changed over the years. I thought it was a really interesting video idea, because obviously people with clefts their appearance is likely to change quite a lot, but I thought it was important to show that I have been the same person throughout. In most of those pictures I was smiling, I've been quite a generally happy person, and I just thought it was important to show that I haven't changed, although my appearance has. There is a possibility that I could have a surgery in the future which would drastically change how my nose looks. Obviously, that one is actually, you know, it's not compulsory. I don't have to have that operation. It's not going to be like a life or death situation if I don't have it. But I haven't made the decision yet. I've got quite a lot of time left to decide. But if I do, that will change my nose a lot. And when I was first considering this, I was really put off by the fact that it would possibly make me seem like a different person because I will look so different. But I just have to remember that although my appearance may change, it's not actually going to change me. My appearance has changed a lot over the years, but I've still been the same person. So looking at these pictures has actually helped me realise that if I did have this surgery in the future, then obviously, yes, my appearance may change. It can change as much as I want it to. You know, I can tell them what I want to happen to my nose, but I will still be the same person. And that's basically all I wanted to show with this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting seeing how much things have changed. If you can relate, comment below and tell me how much yours has changed, because I know that some clefts won't change as much as others if it was just a unilateral cleft. Thanks for watching.